anything about why it doesn't matter. We should move on.
Oh,
with our
40
lives.
years after the
Anybody
fact.
that dies, it's like,
Yeah.
oh well, there was a time. People don't know though about what he actually was like.
The falling man was ableist.
Yeah, they were like, did you guys? I mean, remember when the Playboy guy Hugh Hefner died?
Oh yeah.
Then all these articles came out where it was like, did you guys know he was running? He was running Playboy. Like it was.
Little did the public know he
Well-
was running Playboy.
Yeah.
Many of you may think of him as, a social leader, but he was actually running Playboy.
Right. Like I thought it was all above board. Like I'm reading that and
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm gonna take off my fucking captain's
Oh my
hat.
god.
Yeah.
Well, many of you thought Hugh Hefner was an activist. He was actually a pussy hound.
You're like, I saw him he hung out with Harry Belafonte that one time. You telling me this guy was creepy towards women?
Dude, fuck! I thought he was just like a guy who like wore a robe and like had like a pipe that like bubbles came out of the pipe.
And like a big captain's hat.
like
Yeah.
a big captain's hat. Yeah, that's like-
Who would think the guy who
Fun.
ran a place called the Grotto, where just hot dead women would wash out of it during the winter like a monsoon?
Yeah, like dead carp.
Yeah, like there's a
Like there's
fucking
algae.
Yeah, there's a lawnskeeper having to dig them out with a fucking wooden pole. Just dead hot woman. Like they're logging. Like
Yeah.
they're French Canadians.
Mm-hmm.
He's on top of them and he's running on them like a lumberjack.
Oh yeah.
Who would have thought that guy would be a creep?
Yeah, who'd have thought? But
A
yeah,
90-year-old man wearing a captain's hat.
I thought he was a gentleman.
we're allowed to speak ill of the dead, okay? The guy that started AIDS. Okay, listen. Rest in piss, bozo.
Rest in piss, Doug ass.
I have a lot of gay friends that are dead because of you. He would
My
like
gay friends have to take prep now, Doug ass.
God.
Well, he would like it if you rested in piss.
Very good. Fuck yeah, dude.
I want to piss on his grave, but he'd drink
but
it.
he's
Yeah.
drinking all like candy sitting.
Yeah. Dude, he's in hell right now just being like, this fucking rocks. Dude, I get to fuck the devil all day.
he loves that.
I live in a house made out of pits and I fuck the devil. This rules.
Hell, or as I call it, gay guy heaven.
Yeah, regular guy hell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna clarify because I didn't want to. Because
Yeah, you
I
gotta-
know all we do is we talk shit about people that have died or
Yeah.
about to die. Or,
Yeah, we run a very mean show we feel bad about. And we have conversations sometimes where we're like, are we good people? And we don't know.
Yeah.
I would like to save this good man's name.
Okay.
Gayton
Yeah,
Doug.
gay
Doug's
guy,
ass.
gay guy dumbass.
Yeah, gay dead dumbass that started AIDS.
Yeah, what were you saying about gay guy dumbass?
So it says that the same month Dugas died, a study in the American Journal of Medicine traced many early HIV infections to him. He was not named in the study, but instead listed as Patient O, which stood for outside California, where one of the researchers was studying the case. This was ultimately misread as Patient Zero, leading many people reading and discussing the study to refer it to as Patient Zero. And then in 1987, journalist Randy Schiltz identified Patient Zero as Dugas, while also depicting him as something of a sociopath who intentionally infected his sexual partners, a move which received intense media coverage in the mainstream press.
Oh, like the bug chaser shit?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was
so I think that's what I read because that's how they painted.
So he
him.
was into it and he was trying to give people AIDS?
That's what I got this from And the Band Played On, which was a book and then an HBO series. And that's how they talk about him, present as like a documentary
Well,
type
they
thing.
also like to do this where they rewrite it.
That's him getting AIDS.
Yeah, you just get
That's
AIDS
him
if you ride a swing.
That's him swinging into an ass.
Yeah. Any adult man that rides a swing set that happy gets AIDS.
But by the way, this is what they do now is they rewrite history. Remember the guy on the subway who they're like,
The
"He was
Michael
just-
Jackson
He was just
guy?
a Michael Jackson
Yeah,
before we
right.
loved Michael Jackson.
He was just your friendly, crazy Michael Jackson guy who's threading women all day
Yeah.
Who
long.
had like knives for fingers.
Yeah.
Who was just doing crazy shit on the subway.
a lovely Freddy Krueger impersonator.
Every morning in the F train, you'd have to run.
Right. He replaced his feet with knives so he could dance better.
And then video surfaced of him it was like a scene in Ghost with Patrick Swayze, but it's just a big ball of crack. Like he's just molding a crack ball on a kiln and just like huffing it and smoking it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw, you know how many times I saw that guy's penis on my timeline where someone goes, oh yeah, he pulled his penis and balls out and squeezed them really hard at me.
The Jordan Neely?
Yeah, and by the way, this is like
Before anyone
people
even
go
knew.
for like 12 years. This guy, and that doesn't mean he should be choked out,
he shouldn't
obviously.
be killed,
but everything I saw for days after he died was. But that's what they. So I don't even know if I can trust this now. Maybe this guy was a sociopath,
I don't know.
and they just found one photo of him on a swing.
He kind of does look like the guy that killed him. He looks like Daniel Penny.
Yeah, he does. He does look like he's about to choke out
The guy
Michael
who
Jackson.
choked out the.
He looks like he's about to choke out a Michael Jackson impersonator for not looking fabulous enough.
I do like. I'm now.
Nice pack,
Dude,
He's got a big old dick.
Dude, look at his fucking dick, dude.
Man,
wow.
that was shooting the AIDS right into your heart. That's
Yeah, they're like
fucking
in the side. They're like,
rules.
his big dick gave you AIDS better. They like injected it in the middle of you. I do like to imagine I didn't really read about that, but I like to imagine just like an Asian tourist in New York when that's happening, and they think it's the real Michael Jackson.
Michael
choked.
Jackson's being killed.
Getting choked to death.
Oh,
They don't know about impersonators.
damn.
He was a very
Handsome
attractive
man.
guy.
Handsome guy.
Yeah.
Also a sick individual that gave the world
kinda looks
his novel
He's
disease.
a depraved man.
He's depraved.
He kind of looks like a hot cat a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like he likes to fuck men in the ass.
Then I
Yeah.
explained to you what a gay guy is.
wait, what?
Wait, that's what they do?
That's a thing?
Oh, fuck. We gotta get to Chick-fil-A right now.
This says here, it says, at a time when 600 men were dead or dying, the news of a gay plague was greeted with derisive laughter. The complete disregard evidence for the lives of gay men still leaves me speechless. Apparently that was leaked in a White House press conference from October 1982, which is in this film.
So that was like
So-
Ronald Reagan's people saying that?
So I guess that, they learned about, someone had to come to them and they're like, there's this plague, but it's gay.
Right.
And
and
someone
Ray-
was like,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they're like, Mr. Reagan, there's a disease that's attacking gay men.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, dude.
fuck.
Dude,
Like,
that
Mr.
fucking
Reagan-
kicks ass.
Mr. Reagan, wake up. No, trust me, you're going to want to see this.
Mr. Reagan, put the bong down. What? It's fucking killing gay people? Dude,
Yeah.
that fucking rocks.
his wife walks out, wife and come up.
Yeah.
And what?
Reagan's just falling asleep in a chair watching Nancy suck off Mr. T.
He's like, yeah, Reagan's just like, dude, God is so good. God is so, he sent a plague to take them all to hell.
Reagan's like, oh yeah, I prayed for this last night.
Yeah.
I prayed that this would happen.
Every night I put on my cowboy hat and pray while Nancy sucks off Mr. T.
What the fuck does he sound like again? Doesn't he sound like kind of an asshole?
He's like, well, my wife fucks big black guys. I'm Ronald Reagan. Well,
I'm Ronnie Reagan.
I'm Ronnie Reagan, and my wife can unhinge a jaw for black guy. Well. No, I mean, Rock Hudson wrote a letter. You guys know about that? Rock Hudson was like dying of AIDS, and he was like best friends.
You laugh. Why do you
That was
laugh?
like the one serious
That was
thing I
the only
said.
time you shouldn't.
I'm
have-
sorry.
Ben.
I do that.
God, what are you, gay man dumbass? Or who was this guy?
Gay
Gay guy dumbass.
Gay guy dumbass.
Huge cock.
Huge cock, yeah.
real nice fag.
Maybe that's why they called him gay guy. Who knows? But no, Rock Hudson was like best friends with. Don't start laughing.
I'm not.
He
And
was
he
a
wrote this.
great actor and he died of AIDS.
Mhm.
I know. It's so sad that Rock Hudson died of HIV, the virus that causes AIDS.
Yeah, the novel coronavirus. You know, like those people who in 2022 were saying the novel coronavirus.
Yeah.
No, Rock Hudson fell to the AIDS-19.
Mm-hmm. You still call it GRID.
Yeah.
What is GRID?
Gay-related immune disorder. That's what I just told you. The first scientist studying it,
Called
like
Greta,
literally
yeah.
like Dr. Fauci, I swear to God, where like at first they called it gay flu, and the gay
Yeah.
people were like, all right, don't fucking call it
Yeah.
that.
And he goes, hold on. We haven't tested it on enough beagles yet and killed
Yeah.
them and tortured them.
Well,
So we're not exactly sure.
COVID was really just like China's like AIDS.
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
it was like because Chinese people are such freaks, they like fucked a pangolin and gave the world, you know.
Yeah, they
COVID AIDS.
they Eiffel Towered weird rats.
Yeah,
and
it was
stuff.
just a bunch of ladies like drenched in gutter oil, having sex with bats.
Yeah, for sure. Women
that's what we
with
got.
mouse traps on their tits
Mhm.
and weird old sour milk squirting out of them into a bowl.
Yeah.
And then a dog's licking that, and then that shits onto a baby's head, and then the baby dies, and it goes in the earth, and a flower comes out.
Yeah.
And then an old Chinese guy bends over and eats the plant, and then that's
And
how
then-
COVID started.
And then
Yes.
that guy
That
fucked
was-
them.
that's true.
Yeah. The French Canadian guy fucked that guy,
Mhm.
and then that's how we got COVID. Yeah.
When people were like, "Can you believe COVID started in China?" I'm like, "Oh, the place where they throw all their babies in a river and like they just wash up on a shore."
Right.
And I have a hard time.
Yeah.
I have a fucking hard time believing in that one.
It started at a place called a wet market. Well, that sounds really
Oh,
clean.
wow.
A wet market? That sounds really clean. In China, you say?
Who'd have thought?
Interesting.
Yeah. People barbecuing chimpanzee ass. Enough. I was so sick of having to like keep quiet during that. I was
Yeah.
like, of course they started that shit.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to do this, by the way?
Well, we might just make this one the Patreon.
Yeah, we
who
don't
knows?
know yet.
My favorite was like the first couple weeks of COVID. People were like, "You see how it happened?" And then they're like, "It's the bat soup." And then they would show a picture of a bowl of soup and then a bat,
Literally.
like with sunglasses and like a Corona.
like the Raisin Brand son.
Yeah, like the bat just got back from a Jimmy Buffett concert and is trying to like get his wife to fuck somebody at the
It has
hotel.
It has a Dave Matthews shirt on, just chilling in the hot tub.
Yeah, just a bat that's like, I smoke too much fucking weed, dude. I gotta stay in the tub. No, but so they changed. I have to tell you, so they changed it from gay flu to gay-related immune disorder,
Mhm.
and then eventually to AIDS.
Okay.
Because AIDS, they knew AIDS was a better punchline.
Yeah, like AIDS sounds really funny.
But like, dude, a lot of comics are gonna have great jokes with that as a punchline.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Boston comedy scene really needs this in 1987. Oh god, what was I gonna? So Rock Hudson wrote a letter. He was begging to get on all these experimental drugs that like Fauci, like literally like Fauci, I think, or other people at the CDC were like
Yeah.
blocking the drugs from like Dallas Buyers
Yeah,
Club and shit.
was Fauci the villain in Dallas Buyers Club? It's actually stopping them from getting. That's what
I don't know if that's true, but I'm gonna
That's
say
what
it is.
We're gonna run with it. So,
Yeah.
Okay, so Fauci was
So
evil and he hated
Fauci
gays. Yeah.
killed gay people.
Killed gay people.
And Rock Hudson like wrote like he kept trying to call Nancy and she'd be like hello and he'd be like it's Rock and they just hang up the phone and he'd be like fuck.
She's like, can you get this disease through the phone?
Yeah.
I'm hanging up. We don't know yet.
I have a busy day sucking cock. Excuse me. And then he wrote like this big letter to Ronald Reagan and Nancy being like, please, I'm begging
Yeah.
you. I'm dying. I weigh 95 pounds.
Mhm.
And they're just like, where do you fucking go? And they just like put it in a paper shredder. And he died like a couple weeks
Fucking
later.
Ronnie Darko.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm Ronnie Darko. He did go. Like, you know how they say Biden goes dark.
Dark Biden.
Dark
Brandon.
Dark Brandon.
Yeah.
He was. Ronnie Reagan had his own moment where he was Ronnie Darko.
Ronnie Darko, yeah.
Yeah.
He was involved in a shooting, so
Oh,
kind
he-
of like Ronnie Darko.
He did get.
Yeah, he got
Fucking
popped, but
cat.
nothing happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He got like
fine.
shot in his liver too.
Yeah, he got shot in like the belly, and then one of his the members of his cabinets got like domed right in the fucking head and was paralyzed for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there was he was like a Republican guy. He was in a wheelchair, and then he founded a lot of gun reform based around that. And nothing bad has happened with guns ever since then.
Nope, and it all worked out.
I'm Ronnie Darko.